Good morning and welcome to a Friday morning WHITT session. Happy Friday, everybody. The weekend is here and guess what? So is GIBFF. In other words, Gary International Black Film Festival. And every year, this is my favorite time of the year because Karen comes home, Karen touring. We are at Jay's Breakfast Club, 2601 Broadway, having our smoothies, our orange juice. Cheers to opening night, which was last night, the reception.
Oh, yeah.
Karen, welcome home and tell me what's going on.
Oh, last night was so amazing, Chelsea. It was beautiful. It was intimate. It was blessed. Folks came out. Folks are so ready for the festival this weekend, and it
does your heart good. How about brown skin coffee?
Oh, isn't it
it's
gorgeous?
A whole vibe in there, right?
It is a vibe, and they really put it on for us last night. I mean, there was a fireplace going outside, inside. People were warm and cozy, and you know, networking and meeting old friends. And we had last night was we partnered with Troy Pryor and Creative Cypher out of Chicago.
Creative Cypher, I like that name.
That's a really good partnership, and we had a couple of filmmakers come over last night, and we showed a few short films, and everybody just had a wonderful time, and you know, we just feel super blessed.
I'm excited, and I owe you an apology in that I can't split myself in half. You know, last night was the YWCA gala, and but Amber came on behalf of the Young Professionals Urban League.
The Young Professionals were out in
Were they professional?
And they were quiet. They were very professional. They were out in full force. They were holding it down for GIBFF. We are so honored and proud.
Well, yay. I am just so glad that every year, and we're in year 13, right? And today
13.
is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, 13th year. Yeah, we planned it like that.
Yeah,
I just want to say
that's how y'all do it.
Like that.
But what you do every year is you put some kind of phenomenal new twist on it. And I like that Thursday night, you know, get funky, get loose, going into the weekend, networking opportunity, and the opportunity to highlight a small business in Gary. And then here we are this morning at the Filmmakers Check-In at Jay's Breakfast Club. Another business in Gary.
Black women.
Black women doing it. And so I had to have a WHITT session with you so that we could set the stage, if you will, for the rest of the weekend, because I'm casual now, but it's time for the red carpet tonight, honey.
Tonight is the red carpet, so we're ready for 3 days of incredible films, more than 50 films that you can see either online or in person. Tonight, come out to Indiana University Northwest,
3400 Broadway in Gary, Indiana.
And we'll be in the Savannah Center.
Okay.
And we'll have walk the red carpet. We'll have music. We'll have food. We'll have libations.
Oh.
Yeah, and libations. And then opening night, we're going to do a kaleidoscope of short films so that people can kind of get a taste of what the rest of the film festival is about.
So I'm someone who just tuned in. Who's that? That's Karen touring. How do I get tickets? What do I need to do?
How do you get tickets? GaryBlackFilmFest.org. Go to the website. You can get all of the information about tickets for every night. You can get individual tickets. You can buy passes for the whole event. You can also get a virtual pass, which will allow you to watch from anywhere on any device. And most of the films in the festival you can see either in person or online. We do have a few that you have to be in person for.
Okay. And you know, I will say, again, that's another example of what COVID did for us.
Right.
You know, I know that the pandemic was terrible, okay? And a lot of lives lost.
Absolutely.
But there were certain things that came out of the pandemic that pushed us to do things in different ways with different platforms. Because one year we had to go virtual with the Black Film Fest, International Black Film Festival. but you kept that element.
Yeah, and because it makes sense, especially for people with limited mobility and accessibility issues, and it also makes us global. So anyone around the world can see films and filmmaker chats from the Gary International Black Film Festival. So why not just keep it as a part of the festival?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And as you can see, as I was sending out emails, we had folks that were a little technically challenged, like, hey, I didn't click here, what happened? But you were so responsive, and I'm pleased to report that all those technical glitches for whomever wasn't able to access, they're accessing, and they have their virtual passes. But I really am looking forward to seeing everybody in person. What you wearing tonight?
Oh, goodness.
I'm so shallow. What you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Never mind the films. What you wearing?
I'm wearing these Chelsea nails.
Yes, indeed. We have these chrome nails. It's the chrome nails for the red carpet.
We are Team Chrome Nails.
Yes. So talk to me about how the films are selected. People ask you that all the time, but there's always somebody watching who's like, well, I have a film I want to enter next year.
Right. So we do a call for work, usually in the spring, sometime in March. And the films start coming in from filmmakers around the world. This year, we selected, roughly, I think like 54, 55 films from, filmmakers around the world. And then we put together a panel of judges from across the country. And they're from all walks of life. There's some people that are in the industry. There are, there's people that literally from all walks of life. They come together, and then we review the films and then select the films based on the panel selection.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I don't have any expertise in it, but it just sounds fun to watch films and say, that was good.
That was good. We call our sessions You Be the Judge. So we get together every week. We talk about the films over the summer. We talk about the films that we've seen, and the question that we ask is this a film that you would either see again or recommend that somebody see?
Gotcha.
And once it crosses that threshold, then we consider it for the final package for the film festival. But make no mistake, we do have to kiss a few frogs along the way to get the cream that is actually what's presented in the film festival. And we have some incredible films.
Well, I'm
this
looking
year.
forward to it.
Yes, we do.
So I've never asked you this, Karen.
Are you sure you want to ask it
I
now?
just want to know if you have any, like, do you write scripts? Do you have acting aspirations? Is there like hidden work out there on the net that's by Karen Torring?
Yeah, you've asked that that question. So I am a filmmaker in the past. I guess you're never a former filmmaker. I have made a few films, and that's what sort of got me interested in that method of storytelling. But what I learned is there's a whole lot of people out there that do it better than me. So why don't I present those who do filmmaking better? Sometimes, you have to understand what your lane is. Yeah. And filmmaking is not my lane. Film presenting, that's my
mastered it 13 years now. Tomorrow we're back at IU on Saturday. What's in store? I keep calling it the drive-in, even though this year we're not like driving in, but in my mind it's still the drive-in because we're at IU.
We still haven't left Friday. Okay, so opening night, red carpet, kaleidoscope of film.
Gotcha.
But wait,
there's more.
That's right. We will be doing an after party at Backstage on Broadway.
Wait a minute.
With Point of Interest, right?
Who also happens to be my double cousin. The Jacksons on his
family.
Grandparents' side, and it's both his grandfather and grandmother. We're related.
So we have Point of Interest at the after party tonight.
Welcome home,
Backstage on Broadway, and DJ Dark Knight will be
West Side
doing a
Class
tribute
89.
to 50 years
of hip hop.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! I didn't know I needed to get dressed for the club too.
Right.
I love it.
What? Just
another small business you're supporting.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
VJ is home. The Jacksons are home. I am so glad.
And Gary Literacy Coalition is giving away tickets.
Well, we love the Gary Literacy Coalition. Shout out to Lori Kirkendall and her team, Small But Mighty. They're all over the place. In fact, she was at the YWCA event last night. So tonight, I'm sure she'll make the rounds. I mean, but Ludine and I were talking about the fact that there are options for us in Gary. sometimes it's like a one-stop shop, but
Right.
Gary is growing in such that, oh, I have to be here, I have to be at Brown Skin Coffee. No, I'm over
Isn't
at
that
Jay's,
good?
but it's a good thing.
That's
And
what when
that's what we want, right?
When we decided to continue to do in the Gary International Black Film Festival, we were very clear that this was just one constellation in a galaxy of cultural events that are available in Gary. And we knew that as long as we kept doing it, others would come.
Yes.
You know, and so now, you know, as our cultural sort of universe is kind of growing, there, you know, now you're gonna have to make choices.
I have to make choices,
And
but
don't
I think
you want to live in a city where
you have
to make
choices. Oh,
right?
absolutely. But
Right.
I'm going to have to go on record real quick and be biased and say my first choice is GIBFF. And I hope that's your choice for this weekend, whether it be virtual or in person. I love the support that you're getting. You have a phenomenal team. I have to call out your team.
Please, can we talk about our
Let's
team?
talk about your team.
Ludine Kilgore.
Ooh, kills
Tony-
it.
Ludine Kilgore, killing it every day. Tony Simpson, Walter Jones, Sidney Chapman, James Ward, Ventress Jackson. You know,
VJ.
Ventress is on our team as well.
He has skills in all the tech stuff too. My cousin is cold with it.
Absolutely. That is how we actually met Ventress, because, you know, I often say that the Gary International Black Film Festival is a film festival produced by your aunties. And just like your aunties at home, we needed technical support, and Ventress was always there,
On it.
answering questions, et cetera, et cetera. So we're really pleased. And one more member of our team, Lester Lowe. Who I
Hey,
didn't also call
Lester.
out, and
Yes.
Saida Holt and Jeanette Riley.
Oh, I love
13 years. And that's the one thing I do want to say about our team, and how blessed I feel to have people that have been with the festival pretty much since the beginning.
Yes.
That's our team. And now we're so excited to welcome the Urban League Young Professionals into the Gary Black
Yes.
Film Festival team.
And to me, that ensures the legacy. When you
Right.
get younger generation involved, they embrace the mission and they carry it forward.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing before we get out of here and talk about Saturday and Sunday, Karen, that your activities are not just the film festival. You all do
no,
things
we
throughout
program
the
year-round.
year.
Yeah,
Okay.
we program year round, and that's grown over time as well. Like you said earlier, in 2020, you know, that a little thing called the pandemic
Just a little
happened.
thing.
And so the first thing that we did in like May of 2020 was go virtual, and we started this program called Virtual Gary. That is also continuing. So in the January through the spring, we will bring films on the virtual platform and have conversations with filmmakers. And the first one we did was literally about the pandemic, and we brought Dr. Janet Seabrook in.
My girl, Community Health Net.
Right, Dr. Seabrook and Dr. Corey Hebert. And you know what? We showed a film called Contagion, right? Because in 2020, nobody knew.
Yeah, it was like
nobody
foresight
understood the pandemic.
with that movie.
And so we brought doctors in to literally give the correct information about, you know, how we should be and how we should move and what we needed to understand to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah.
And anytime you bring context to a film, you know, it broadens the reach of the film and
Indeed.
what people take away from the film.
Oh, I just love the whole mission. I have to ask you this too. I'm going to go social on you as far as the writers and the strikes and how did that impact everything that we do for GIBFF?
Yeah, you know, I talked to Charles Murray, who is coming to the festival this year.
Hey, Charles.
Gary Roosevelt alumni,
Oh,
Charles
boy.
Murray, who is now the showrunner on a program called Open Range with Josh Brolin. And, you know, he's a writer. And we had conversations about the writer's strike. And like any industry, you know, there has to be protection for the workers.
That's right.
As the world evolves, as technology evolves, you know, the workers are impacted. And in this particular case, the workers are creatives, they're
Yes.
writers. And I was really pleased to see that they were able to come to a deal now.
Yes.
You know,
I surely thought about you all as soon as
Right.
the news broke, and I was like, well, what's going to happen? But of course, you were still moving and shaking and making sure
Absolutely.
that GIBFF.
And in solidarity with
With
you know,
them,
with the
yes.
creative folk that were, you know, and right now SAG-AFTRA is on strike. And we're hoping for the best to come out of those negotiations. But a lot of the time, people don't understand how important the creative class is to our overall well-being.
I was miserable on some of my shows still. I'm like, I need fresh content.
Right.
And it comes from those creators.
Exactly.
One is in the room. We got filmmakers checking in today.
Come on over here.
Come here.
Come on over here,
I got a
Jalen.
quick story. Tell me his name. Tell me your name. I know your name.
Jalen.
That's Jalen. So Jalen and I met at a Chicago
Come on,
Urban
Jalen.
League function.
Oh, really?
And here's the thing. No idea he was from Gary. Because we were over in Chicago, right? And we are at an event it's called the Woke Summit. And it was a gathering of entrepreneurs. And he's in the room, and we're listening to the two brothers who created Black Bread Company. And they're giving a mighty word, right? They're encouraging us about going for your dreams and being ready for the overflow. And then we hear this strong voice from the back of the room, dressed to the nines. I'm like, what's this young brother? And he's like, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a videographer, and I, just want to get some guidance on, how I keep moving in this space. And I was just like, man, that's a good, positive young brother. So I'm giving him my card, thinking I'm doing something and everything. We connect on the phone. He's like, oh, no, I'm from Gary. I was like, man, cut it out. All the amazing people come from Gary. And so he told me he had a film that's going to be shown at the Black Film Festival.
Jalen has
and then
a
he
film.
walks in here now. I believe this is just divine. He could have come to check in at noon today or whenever, but he came while I was here. And so I want to get you on camera. Can you tell us, Jay, about your film and when we get to see it this weekend?
Absolutely. So my film will be shown on Saturday at 3 p.m. And the name of it is called Illusions. And simply it's about a young man named David who suffered from auditory hallucinations. And he's trying to figure out if life is real or if it's fake. But as we know, a lot of young and old suffer from this mental disease. And so I actually met someone by the name of David who suffered from auditory hallucinations, and I had interviewed him, and I asked him, I said, what does it feel like? And he was telling me, he said, man, I see things sometimes that aren't really there. I hear things that, that I shouldn't be hearing. I hear voices in my head. So, I was like, I said, man, that's crazy. You live with that every single day. Ooh. And he was like, yes, I do. And he was, he was a young Black man too. So I felt for him, and I was like, I said, you know what, bro? I want to create a film about this. And he was like, he said, for real? I was like, yeah. He said, well, I don't want to be in no media or nothing. I want to stay anonymous. And so I said, oh, okay, I can make that happen for you. But I want to get your story out there. And as a filmmaker and a storyteller, that was amazing. And I was like, I said, man, I gotta get this out there.
Karen, he's 25.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel that you are able to provide a platform for young filmmakers? We could be sitting next to the next Spike Lee. I don't know, and it's starting with the platform that you're providing.
Exactly.
You got to be proud.
I am very, very proud of folks like Jalen. And Jalen was one of the inaugural Rio Rundown fellows at the Gary International Black Film Festival. So he went through an intensive training with Dion Taylor. And Dion brought in, talent from all over, in all genres within the industry. And, Jalen showed up every day, paid attention every day. And he's the kind of person who is going to do the work despite of any obstacles that are before him. I've just seen that happen.
And it doesn't hurt that he looks like my nephew. When I was like, RJ? Like, no, that's not RJ. He looks like my sister's son. And his humility, the way he carries himself with such confidence, and he was so transparent at the Woke Summit. He is woke. And I can't wait till tomorrow at
That's
3
Jalen
o'clock.
hard work, and if you make a way, then people will definitely use that path, and that's exactly what Jalen is doing, and that's exactly what the fellowship was meant for. That's exactly what this film festival was meant for. Because Jalen's film was accepted, he can now put laurels on his film, so that other film festivals or people out there know that this film has been vetted and accepted into a film festival, and it's also in competition. So Jalen has an opportunity to win an award.
So when you travel abroad and everything, don't forget about us. And where it all started back here in the G, right? When he's at those film festivals, Karen and I will pop up. I can pop up and
Aunties.
Right, the aunties.
Oh yeah, TT.
We will pop up. So
you see our little face.
I am just so glad to see you today. I'm so proud of you. And I told him, I wanted to sow a seed into him as he continues to grow his business. We're going to be helping him at WHITT PR to push out his product. He's working on the website. But in the meantime, Jay, how can people look you up, find you on Insta and all of that?
As of right now, all of my socials is directed by Jalen Scott, and that's JAYLIN SCOTT. Directed by Jalen Scott.
Directed. Okay, Karen, tell me about Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to get out of here. I know you are busy, busy, busy.
Yeah, Saturday's jam-packed. We pretty much start at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we don't end until 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
So, at the Berglund Auditorium in Savannah Center, we'll start showing films at 10 o'clock. Those are local films.
Okay.
And then in the afternoon, we have a panel with Charles Murray is going to be here. And I heard, somebody told me that his panel is sold out. I was
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. So the panels are free.
Okay. Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, But I mean,
somebody out there scalping the GIBF.
But it's an opportunity to talk to industry professionals.
Yeah.
And
it'll be
Charles
standing
is,
room only.
He's at the top of his game. And he's from Gary, so he's gonna keep it real. Then we also have the world premiere of our Real Rundown animation fellowship. So Jalen was in the inaugural class. We have a class now of Black women and girls who have been studying animation. And following, before their presentation, we will have a panel with Black animators and one white guy.
Just one. Spice it up.
Greg Manwaring, who is an industry titan in animation, is also joining the panel. And we also have the Gibbs sisters who work for Disney and the Cartoon Network, who will also be there on the panel. And then, so there's more. So we have films, panels, world premieres. That's all Saturday afternoon. Okay. And then Saturday night we have the old school drive-in,
air quotes
drive-in, because we're pretty sure it's going to rain tonight. So we have an inclement weather plan.
See, I wanted to be in the car with my man.
With you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Get a room.
Get a room. Okay.
But Saturday night we will have we're showing Deion Taylor's Fear as the film. We will have a stepper set. We will have youth dancers. We will have food truck food.
Okay.
All for a single price.
I love it. You all head over to blackfilmfest.org, get those tickets. Will you sell tickets at the door though? There's some old school folks that's like, I just want to walk up and pay like at the movies.
We are here for all of our old school family. We know we got you.
Okay.
We even take cash.
Okay.
Ooh. If you want to pay with cash.
In 2023.
I know. You pay with cash. How much cash do you have on you right now, young man?
$10.
Well, you have more than me. I have about 50 cents.
You know what? That $10 will get you into the drive-in.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, and then of course on
Sunday.
Let's talk about Sunday.
Please.
Not only do we have film screening in both Savannah Center and Hawthorne.
Okay.
At 3 p.m. That starts at 10 o'clock again.
So we're not going to church, saints. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to virtual church. We're going to watch it back, okay? Don't even get in there with me on that. We're going back over that.
We have films that start at 10 o'clock. One thing I do want to point out for our Sunday screening is that we have one film that you cannot see online, and that's going to be Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. The film is called King of Kings, Chasing Edward Jones. And if anybody knows about the numbers or policy, this is a documentary about two black policy kings in Chicago. So we're hoping that folks from Chicago come over and see this amazing film.
Yeah, I heard you shout it out on WVON the other day.
I'm trying to get people to see this film. It's a good one. And then at 3 o'clock, do the drum roll, please.
Yes.
At 3 o'clock, we will be celebrating the life and the work of Dr. Bernard C. Watson.
Yes.
And he's a Gary Roosevelt alumni.
Educator.
Another Gary, I should say another, because we have a Word alumni, Tamika Soretti's coming.
Yes.
We have two Roosevelt alumni. Charles Murray and Dr. Watson. And at 3 o'clock on Sunday, we'll be over at the Indiana University Arts and Sciences building.
Beautiful new
For
facility.
a beautiful celebration of Dr. Watson and his life. And we will also be presenting our Gary International Black Film Festival Awards.
Oh, that's a great way, the crescendo of it all. And I know you did an interview yesterday, you and Dr. Vanessa Allen McLeod of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. And Dr. Watson called in. This man is 96 years old, get out. And he talked like he was all of 50, like, you know, I'll be in Gary, me and don't forget about my wife. He wanted to talk about wifey, and I just cannot wait to see him.
Dr. Watson's whole family will be here tomorrow to see him, to honor his legacy and
give him his flowers.
Give him his flowers while he's still here.
Was this your idea?
This was Tony Simpson's idea.
All right,
I cannot
Tony.
take credit for it. She's
Okay.
the one that makes sure that we have our eye on, what's happening in Gary. And I'm really proud and honored to have Dr. Watson here. And I just want to make sure, Jalen, make sure you're there, because this is a person that you need to meet. You need to understand, what a lifetime legacy looks like.
Yes.
And it's going to be so
It's going to be great. Well, I am just proud to call you friend. I'm proud to know you. I am proud that you are from Gary. And that's why people know how hard I stomp and ride for Gary. We have those that come before us. We have the present workers. We have those who are going to champion the legacy. And it's all wrapped up in a bowl we call Gary International Black Film Fest. Thank you for taking this time to be on this CWIT session. This is your first of many CWIT sessions. Remember this face, remember this name, directed by Jalen Scott. Follow him and come see his movie tomorrow.
Illusion.
And just come to everything. And so I will let you go, and I'm going to see you on the red carpet tonight. We got to get red carpet cute with the nails. You have been watching a CWIT session. I'm Chelsea Whittington. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share this video, and we'll see you next time.